Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Oh, little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsmen Potcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show you'll find here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
Got a little bit of refly smell on your boy?
What that mean?
Please, just give me like weed, all right?
Back bowl.
Chemsis. Like Genesis.
Like Chem's sister.
You haven't gotten very far in Man in the High Castle yet, have you?
No.
Okay.
Kind of. I just get Goliath. Now we're watching Bosch.
Yeah.
I guess I'm running out of time off.
Man in the High Castle. That sounds familiar for some reason.
It's the one where it's the one based on the Philip K. Dick books where the Axis won World War II.
Oh, yeah.
The West Coast is taken over. What is it? The Pacific States of Japan?
I watched
what
the
they're
first
called.
two episodes of that.
Yeah, the Axis wins. They divide up America into Japan gets the West, and
what's it called? The Greater Nazi Reich.
They get the East, and then there's the little scene neutral zone in the center.
Yeah, the Rockies are like this crazy Mad Max type area,
and it seems like
without the fire.
You see a little bit. Like, I don't get what they're going. Why would there be a neutral zone? Like a lawless area. Like basically, if an area ripe for rebellion,
right?
That just is allowed to live in right smacking between two totalitarian governments.
Maybe it just generically. Because if you just think about it pragmatically, if you're the Greater Nazi Reich, you probably get to the Rockies and go, fuck it, we're not going through that. And probably the same thing on Japan's side. Come from the West, you get there. Fuck it, we're not going through that.
Those rocks look hard to climb.
That's going to take a while to get through.
It was the stoners holed up in the mountains.
I know.
They'll take our weed from us.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a scene in an episode in season 2. I won't give anything away, but two of the characters are sitting down enjoying some marijuana. And a third enters and kind of looks askew at them, and he's like, please, it's my only vice, and decides it's legal here. So apparently the Japanese, at least, they were in the Pacific States. So the Japanese are lenient on the...
They're like, we're good with the weed.
Well, I did see another story on the internet talking about how...
Please, I hate this. It's the worst thing about this show. I skipped the fucking, like...
Oh, yeah, that's partially part of the reason why I stopped watching after the second episode.
You don't like the sound of music?
No, I don't at all.
I don't like her. I mean, she's...
Another breathy remake?
Yes. Mm-hmm. By the way, I found the person responsible for all those.
Are we going to kill her?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but what were you saying? I
want to know who's responsible for all these shitty breathy remakes.
Yeah,
whose fault is this?
Shit, I must have bookmarked it.
Someone who the Greater Nazi Reich should hunt down?
I like how TV themes now are either 5 seconds or 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, right?
There's no in between. You get a full-on song, or you get like 5 notes of a melody, if that, or just like a whoosh.
Right.
And then here's the logo.
Are we ever going to get back to the days of Gilligan's Island where you get a complete series recap every week?
Right.
Some still do.
Because Gilligan's Island was such a high concept
I know.
TV show that they had to make sure they established the universe that they lived in.
Yeah, I know, right? Listen, you're going to need a reset every single week.
I thought Lost was based off of Gilligan's Island.
I think even for its time, Shipwreck was played out as a concept.
But you could argue one of the TV theme songs almost everybody knows.
Right.
My girlfriend, who knows nothing about pop culture and didn't watch anything as a kid, watched Gilligan's Island and knows the theme song.
Yeah.
It gets to you.
You know, another one was the Green Acres theme, and I argue that's a much better theme.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah.
And does a better job of setting up the scene for the show as well.
Another one that had to reset you every week because apparently the concept was so...
Be reminded that, you know, she's allergic smelling hay.
Yeah, apparently the fish out of water concept not fucked out enough by the 60s.
Right.
Needed to be reminded.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Listen, they're from the city, but check this out. They live in the country.
Hijinks ensue.
I thought he pulled her out to the country.
Yeah. He was like, I'm done. Country life. This is for me. She's like, hell the fuck no. This pussy wasn't free when it started. What makes you think it is now?
I don't know why she went out to the country.
It's a different time. When women wanted
Money
their...
was still green,
It was
right?
a different time. When women wanted their opinion, we gave it to them, Rob. Right, black people were just getting used to their own bathrooms.
Yeah, sometimes I get this song stuck in my head. I know the lyrics to it, all of them. Like I can hum the
No.
tune to Gilligan's Island.
She's dead, right?
Yeah, she
She died, but no, this is Ava. Ava died before Zsa Zsa, right?
Yes, Ava's been dead. Zsa Zsa. I don't know really what the difference was though.
Right.
The
whole phenomenon was a little before my time, but
one had a tighter vagina than the other. I don't know.
Come on, man.
One was Miss Hungry and one was not. Zsa Zsa was.
They
Miss
were the
Hungry.
Kardashians of their day, apparently.
The Gabor sisters.
Yeah.
It's Zsa Zsa in that 2016 body count.
Oh, here. That's okay. I was going to start hating myself for completely forgetting where I came across that the breathy female vocal covers.
I think it was that movie Sucker Punch. I think that's where it started.
Sucker Punch started it? What song did they do?
Just pick any of the covers on that soundtrack. They're all breathy female.
Are they? That was, who was it that did Sucker Punch?
Oh, this just came up the other day, too, for some reason.
I've seen it once.
That was the movie about the kick-ass chick, right?
They all look like Harajuku chicks or whatever.
School, and she's being taught how to dance or something. Or
Yeah, this is where it came from. Because it came from... Because I just saw this the other day.
Oh, that was Zack Snyder's film.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you should have known just by the sepia tone of the the movie poster there.
Isn't this in a video game promo right now?
I don't... what is this? Oh, The Sweet Dreams.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, this is one of them. I don't know if this is the first time that I encountered this.
No, but this soundtrack is full of covers like this.
Here we go. Okay, so I was looking for music by the artist Holland, and...
Not the country.
No, not the country.
Not Ken Holland, former Red Wings general manager.
Okay, so Holland is this guy named Trevor Holland who records this... I guess he was on the forefront of the bedroom musician phase of music, where, you know, it's a lot of just one guy with a drum machine and some synthesizers and a guitar that he probably directly inputted into his computer. But it always had a very, while strangely two-dimensional, still had a lush sound to it. And its production style, he works on this label called Teen Beat. It's kind of indie rock.
Teen Beat?
Label. Yeah.
Like the magazine?
Like the magazine, only not. But yeah.
So no Justin Bieber?
No.
No One Direction?
No.
Running out of teen idols. I'm old.
No, just like a label known for the weirder side of pop music. So I was looking, this is all irrelevant actually. I started looking up Holland and I came across an album called Undercover Volume 1 and I said, wait a minute. The fact that this guy did covers is very strange because if you listen to some of his songs, they didn't really have traditional song structure to them. And it was just the last artist I would have thought to make a covers album. But apparently this was another artist.
Hey everybody, I am from Holland. Isn't that weird? Yes.
God, I hated that character.
This was a nice-looking blonde girl in a skirt and a coat out on a porch in the winter on the cover of this album. And even the artwork looked different than what I usually expected from this artist. So taking a listen to it, I clearly deduced that it was not the same artist. Actually, I don't know if this is one of the songs. I assume all these are covers. This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
This is like an Evanescence song or something.
I was going to say Florence and the Machine, it reminds me of.
Oh, maybe that's
No,
it.
this is Sponge.
Oh, this is Plowed.
Yep.
Well, this is kind of interesting, actually. It's weird that they would pick this song. Yeah, I know. It's I can hear the chorus now. Local guys who hit it semi-big. Yeah. So this whole album is this. And like I found the source.
It's your fault.
Actually, this was released in September 20th, 2016, so this seems to be more riding the wave. But I'm sure some of these have already been used in movie trailers.
Oh, this was in Mr. Robot, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't recall.
Well, she did remember she did her emo karaoke version of it?
Oh, right, yeah.
Wow. Gotta take it back.
And it actually, that sounds like it was a cover of this version.
Right, they probably used this as a basis for her version of it. How about this one? I haven't actually heard. This is the most annoying, I think. Taking like an old, traditional, folky song and doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's some kitsch value in like doing 80s covers in that fashion. This just sounds fucking depressing.
Yeah, I want to put a gun to my head.
I know this was in a trailer. If not this version, like one version of it. Wasn't it like for like Battlefield or something, or one of those games, I think?
Yeah, she has sound for voice.
You know this song?
I have to be reminded of the artist, but I know the song. Obviously, not Avenged Sevenfold.
No.
Avenged Sevenfold did a song
You
called
type
Dear
in
God?
Dear God into YouTube, Avenged Sevenfold.
This is XTC.
Yeah.
This is a little too obvious. What was with this, like...
What?
You don't know this song?
No, it's awful. This is your arrangement of this?
Yeah.
What is this?
Hold on.
You don't know this song, Ryan?
No.
Breakfast Club?
Oh,
Yeah.
she's killing it horribly with the sledgehammer.
And it's the same thing. It's like tons of reverb, piano, woman's voice.
Wow.
Some soft synths. I don't get this trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I hope it stops soon. Really? That was that song?
Yeah.
Wow. She really fucked that song up. Hardcore.
I don't know, like this song.
Messing up my visual of Judd Nelson frozen up in the air.
Right.
I think this song has like just a great melody to all the way through it, I think. And I don't know, that's not...
The song was emo enough. She didn't need to emo it up and some more.
Good point, yes.
That's like going, hey, this Death Cab for Cutie song isn't sad and acoustic enough.
It gets worse. We'll plow through the rest of this one.
There's more?
It's a whole album. It's 10 songs. We're halfway through. This is side B.
Really?
Yeah. See, I think this works better when you take like an upbeat song and try and show like the flip side of it. Try and
Radiohead?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But when you take an emoed out song already and just fucking put it on heroin,
Yeah.
like
This Cure song isn't sad enough.
Right. Let's make it sadder.
You felt like a feather.
I don't know this one by title.
Maybe in another life I could find you there.
And what is this? What
Before your time, I can't deal. It's so unfair.
this is what millennials are fucking to.
I know.
Oh.
It's Offspring.
Gone Away.
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh. Stop butchering these songs.
Yes, that is this song.
But back in my day, we had Portishead and Massive Attack.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's what we banged to.
Right.
Yeah, that's all you needed, right?
Never Dave Matthews. I used to bang to that
Oh,
shit.
come on, man.
Hey, it's
You're
all right.
hitting up the
Each his
campuses?
own. His own.
That was,
Oh, yeah. Okay. I have heard this song.
Yep.
This is the way better version.
Yeah, all right.
I'd rather bang to the Enigma album than this crap, though.
Yeah, I know, right? At least Enigma's got a constant 120 beat to it.
It's got that sex beat, that sex
Yeah.
break beat going.
This doesn't.
How strange what desire
Chris Isaac.
Yeah.
will make a fool.
Fucking up the melody again.
Once again, but did this song really need to get more brooding and moody?
No, it's like the one
Apparently,
the
yes.
last one. Oh. She can do better, though. Or worse, depending on your...
I just died in your arms.
Again. Did we need to get more emo?
Wow.
Every time I hear this song, though, too, I think of that one SNL skit. It was Horatio Sands and Will Ferrell, and they were a cover band, and all they knew was this song.
Really?
It was it.
Like I'm watching a trailer for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, this is all trailer music. That's what it should have been called. This is the last one. But you thought these songs were fucked out? We got the most fucked out song in the world. Alright? This is not the most fucked out song ever.
Obama sang it the other day.
This is horrible.
Barry Obama sang this the other day at
He
something.
probably did better.
Can't. We can't talk about that and not look for the clip
Unless he
right.
was accompanied by a Yanni, it would have to be better.
I almost typed in Barry Obama.
Barry-O. Barry-O, baby.
Oh, shit. There it is. Where's he at?
Didn't he sing? This is from the other day?
Yeah.
Like he sang this before, I thought.
Oh, this is from last
I'm thinking
summer.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, I thought he sang. Oh, maybe I was watching. I saw this on at a bar. So maybe it was like a year-end retrospective or something, and I didn't catch it.
Right.
Or a presidency retrospective.
Yeah, I remember this.
I've never heard this. Hey, he can sing.
How sweet.
He's not tone deaf.
The sound.
And he's blackening it up.
I'll grab your bass, Barry-O.
I love that all the choir people just stood up.
Go home and get the bass out of your basement.
Pulls out a drum set. Drum solo.
Here we go.
Oh,
Racist.
I call myself out.
Yep. At least you acknowledge it.
Hey, at least it was shorter than Aretha's version of the national anthem.
Man, I listened to an interview with the creator of Blackish today, and I've never seen that show. Have you watched any of it?
No.
Never.
So it's the show that's on after Modern Family that I don't watch.
Pretty intense show. I mean, it's a comedy, and you know, it was an NPR interview, so they played some of the more controversial stuff, not necessarily the funnier parts. But there was a whole episode they did on the N-word and the use of it, and they had this whole sequence of there was members of the family are like, I never use it, and it would immediately cut to them like, you know, cursing somebody out or like.
Yeah.
But there was this speech one of the dad in the show made that was talking about. They were talking about how to talk to their kids about things like police brutality or injustice and just things that, like, do you want them to feel like they live in a world that's against them? And the flip side is, do you want them to be naive in a world that very well may be against them? Right. Or do you want them to feel prepared? You know, it's finding that balance.
Right.
Is what they were talking about. And the dad was in favor of them being, you know, fully informed of what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
And if they got a world view that, or a nation view of America as a racist nation, well, maybe it was because of the things that they were seeing. And he talks about, he's like, remember when we were watching Obama? Is this the one?
It says Anthony Anderson monologue on Hope and Obama.
I think this is the one. Yeah, play a little bit of this. This is going to be way better than me trying to tell you what it was.
Hey, I've been doing this podcast thing for a while. I've learned how to look things up.
Nice.
Now I just need to learn how to play them.
Yep.
There we go.
Let's say they listen to the cops and get in the car. Look what happened to Freddie Gray.
Yeah, and what if they make it all the way to the station? Mm-hmm. You remember Sandra Bland?
And let's say they do make it to trial. Mm-hmm. You see where that gets us? Don't you get it, Bo? The system is rigged against us.
Maybe it is, Dre. But I don't want to feel like my kids are living in a world
this is definitely
that
the
is
one.
so flawed that they can't have any hope.
Oh, so you want to talk about hope, Bo? Obama ran on hope. Remember when he got elected? And we felt like maybe, just maybe, we got out of that bad place and made it to a good place. That the whole country was really ready to turn the corner. You remember that amazing feeling we had during the inauguration? I was sitting right next to you. And we were so proud. And we saw him get out of that limo and walk alongside of it and wave to that crowd. Tell me you weren't terrified when you saw that. Tell me you weren't worried that someone was going to snatch that hope away from us like they always do. That is the real world, Bo. And our children need to know that that's the world that they live in.
Shit, it's home.
I think I
was going to make a smart-ass comment that he did make, though. I was going to be like, and not get shot. But
he was making that point.
Yeah.
And he was saying what I think everyone that was in support of Obama was fearful of. I don't even want to say it now, but like...
He ain't made it yet.
Right.
I mean... There's still going to be that. I personally think Trump's going to get assassinated.
Yes.
Like, I've been starting to have that feeling more. The more insane we get as each day passes, someone's going to try to take that guy. Today, there was a AP News that they evacuated Trump Tower.
Really?
Because there was a suspicious package. It was a bag of toys.
Right.
But still.
Jesus.
I mean, that's...
Well, they said Trump Tower is going to become like Fort Knox pretty soon.
It's going to be the most secure building in the world.
They're actually shutting
the
streets
best security.
All right.
There's 4 of them. Did he just count off 3?
He did.
Did you cut him short?
I did not.
He specifically said in an interview with Terry Gross that there were 4.
Are you accusing me of cutting McConaughey short?
And that a lot of people in impersonating that character only do 3 all rights, but there were 4 all rights.
Here it is.
Wait a minute.
All right.
3.
How you doing?
What?
That's
Okay.
what I love about these high school girls.
Stoner memory.
I
I stand corrected.
They stay the same age.
The 3. There were only 3 all rights.
Yes, they do.
I'm going to find this, though. I swear that he talked about the 4 all rights in an interview.
George what? Strum of what?
What the hell is that last name?
Is that true?
Getting ready for that role, the first night, I went up for a dress rehearsal and hair and makeup, and I stepped out of the trailer, and Rick Linklater, the director, comes up and goes, "This is great. Look like Wooderson. This is great." And he goes, "Listen, man, I know you're not supposed to work tonight, but we got a scene at the Top Notch. It's Friday night. What do you? I think Wooderson might be there. Trolling for chicks or what have you. You know what I mean?" And he goes, "I go, yeah, he would be there." And he goes, "What do you think? Would Wooderson maybe be attracted to the redheaded intellectual? Because Wooderson's been around school. He's kind of been with all the typical beauties. What about the redheaded intellectual? You think he'd be into that?" I was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Give me 30 minutes. Let me take a walk." And he goes, "Okay." So I took a walk. Come back. We played verbal ping pong. I told him my ideas, and he told me his. And he goes, "Want to shoot it?" I went, "Okay." So boom, we go up to the set. I get in the car, and I'm nervous. First scene ever on film, and right before we're about to.
Really?
Got friends.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I'd been listening to this live Doors album, and there's this in between 2 of the songs. Morrison goes, "All right, all right, all right, all right."
Oh, that's where I got the 4 from.
Right, the 4. All right, all right.
That's where I got the 4.
All right. So right before we're about to go, I'm like, "What is Wooderson? What is Wooderson about? What's he about?" And I go, "Man, he's about 4 things. He's about, his car. He's about getting high. He's about rock and roll and picking up chicks." And I go, "I'm in my car. I'm high as a kite. I'm listening to rock and roll. Action. And there's the chick. All right, all right, all right."
That's amazing.
3 out of 4.
That's fantastic.
George Stromboli.
That's where my stoner brain.
So you're not
confused
wrong.
it.
You were not
I wasn't
wrong.
completely off base in what I was thinking.
Yes.
But I had convinced myself there were 4 all rights in the movie, and there weren't because he didn't have the chick yet.
All right.
Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Well,
You just
then
went down the
redheads.
rabbit hole about McConaughey.
All right. Hey, a little shout out to one of my favorite shows this last year that didn't get a whole lot of attention, not as much as certainly other shows like Westworld and Stranger Things, but Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency that aired on BBC.
What?
And this was a show starring
Dirk Bentley, isn't he like a country
what's
singer
his
or
name?
something?
One of the Hobbits.
Sean Astin?
No, not that one.
Elijah Wood?
Yes, that one. Ding. Yeah, Elijah Wood. Wait, is that Elijah Wood? I always confuse him with... Wait, who is that guy? Elijah Wood and Samuel Barnett, who plays Dirk Gently. Now...
Dirk Bentley.
Dirk Gently is a character based on 2 novels that he appeared in by Douglas Adams. If that name sounds familiar, that was the man
Hitchhiker's
who
Guide to the Galaxy.
did the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, yes. I was a big fan of... I read all the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books as a kid. I was a huge fan of Dirk Gently. Those 2 Dirk Gently books I found to be far better than the stuff in the Hitchhiker's Guide. It wasn't so interstellar, wacky. But Dirk Gently, a holistic detective, right? So what that means is he just kind of feels things out. If he's there, wherever he is, he's there for some reason, to find something, a clue to something, and he just kind of stumbles into the answers. Not, well, because of randomness, yes, but because he, at least in the show on the BBC, which is another production by what's that guy, Max
Rebo?
No, Max, the son of the famous
Landis.
director. Yeah, Max Landis. Thank you. This is another Max Landis production that I actually really like, despite him being kind of a d-bag.
A big d-bag.
A little bit. But his spin on it is that there is some kind of extra power to Dirk Gently, that he is attracted to, like he just kind of senses things. I don't know how to put it better than that.
A medium?
Yes, but it's not even as concrete as that.
I feel that you're a douchebag.
Like, it's an understanding, like, there's something wrong in the universe, and the universe wants it corrected.
Was he a fucking Jedi?
Mm-hmm. No, not in that way. It is.
Senses
it's
a disturbance in the Force?
Right. Well, listen.
Not one that I have not felt since.
I guess one of the better examples that kind of explains his character in the book, I think this was in the first book, and he's tailing somebody.
Sentient being?
He's tailing somebody, and the whole reason that he's tailing this person is because their car seemed interesting. And it does turn out that that person then goes to be involved in some crime in some fashion. And it just always seems to work out like that. This person looks interesting. Let me follow them. This seems like an interesting bit of information. Let me write it down or remember it. Not having any clear idea what the bigger picture is here, but at some point he'll have enough of these random pieces of information to put together what is the truth.
I'm trying to get at he's maybe like Rain Man-esque.
Right, but there is it's controlled by some sort of higher power, that there's some being or presence in the universe that wants this thing to be solved, and
he's quirky.
And he's essentially, I guess medium is a good word for him in that respect, but we think of medium as like talking to dead people.
He's a sentinel.
He's way quirky, definitely. And Max Landis took the nice step of actually placing his character, who is British, in America, because then you also get the added, like, well, maybe he's just being quirky because he's British and I don't know their customs or their languages, and that, or not language, but their idioms or whatever. And that's why I don't really get what he's talking about most of the time. I don't know, if you like weirdness, it's very much like Preacher was, as far as weird and violent and kind of sci-fi, kind of horror, kind of detective show. It's a mashup of all that shit. And it actually was an AMC production, and I don't know why it didn't get broadcast in the US, that it ended up on BBC. Other than it was just a little too out there. It's kind of a miracle that Preacher got on the air, which, speaking of TV, that's another one that was, I thought, really exceptional and got slagged a lot for not being like the comic book at all. But I thought that the reasons it made changes from the original comic book were all valid and served the TV show much better.
Kimmy Schmidt
was great.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
It's another top contender for comedy for the last year.
Dude, Fuller House got renewed for a third.
I know.
Like,
people liked it.
I watched the trailer for it yesterday on Netflix. I was like, all right, I used to watch it when I was a kid. Maybe they up the comedy chops on it. Maybe it's written differently. Fuck no. It's
the
like
same shit.
It's almost 60-year-old Dave Coulier going, cut it out. I was like, what? Come on.
Hey, some people
like usually the only way that you're successful these days with these types of comebacks are when you are able to kind of step outside of the original show and comment on it almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just a pure revival of it is going to fall flat.
No, but it seems like they're doing it with the same kind of jokes, the same kind of writing.
Wow.
It came out second season. It's been renewed for a third season. By the time the second day after the second season dropped, this bitch was renewed for a third season. I mean, good for those guys. I mean, Dave Coulier's working again. Good for, but I guess he's been working in Adult Swim, anyways.
Really?
He's always been doing voices. If you remember the Muppet Babies, Dave Coulier was the voice of Baby Animal.
That's right.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Wait, so he does the voices for Adult Swim?
He's on China, Illinois.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
That show's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Dave Coulier. That's Dave Coulier usually works clean. That's not exactly working clean.
If I already didn't know that he didn't voice Meatwad, I would have thought that he would have. That seems like a voice he would do.
Yeah, I know, right?
The Meatwad voice.
I could see him doing that one.
He kind of does that in his act anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the plot line is literally almost the same as the original show.
Yeah.
Now it's the oldest daughter has 3 kids and her husband died, and she's moving in back with her dad to help him out so he can help out with the kids, and then her sister's going to move in to help. It's the same fucking thing.
Right.
It's literally the same plot line. They've just done it now with the kids.
And it still works.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm curious, though, when it comes to TV. Well, Rob, you kind of even mentioned one. There's been a lot of hype on the OA or the OA, or how do you pronounce it? The OA?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a little out there, man.
My question is, was there anything that was supposed to be super good that you watched and were like, whatever? And the OA would probably be yours, huh?
Yeah, that would be it.
Did you watch anything that you thought was a big disappointment or maybe overhyped this year?
This year? Let's see, as far as TV, I gotta think.
I guess if I was to be critical, like Orange is the New Black had a season this year.
Oh yeah,
Good.
I got 2 episodes into that and lost interest.
Yeah,
to season 3.
That's what happened with me.
Or no, maybe
last
even
couple seasons of Girls.
Maybe even 3. But the 3rd episode, I thought the way Piper was going was ridiculous.
They're spinning their wheels. They're running out of places to go with their character.
You know, and just I saw the race war come in and really didn't have any interest in.
That's the thing. There were no real surprises either. I mean, there were some funny parts, but
I heard Poussey gets killed.
Yeah.
You say pussy or pussy?
Poussey.
Okay.
These are.
I'm sorry. I don't watch shows like that.
That was kind of a disappointment.
That season, it didn't.
I think. I don't know. I'm definitely going to finish watching season 2 of Man in the High Castle, and it's a fascinating show in many respects. But for some reason, like the core cast, the Americans in the show, are kind of dull. Like the show's fascinating. The only actors that are fascinating happen to be the Nazis and the Japanese. They're all fantastic.
Disappointing shows this year. It's talked about before. We'll talk about it again. The Late Show, Stephen Colbert. It started strong, and by about springtime, I was out. I was done. It was
a rough call to get. I mean, I wasn't going to really watch a lot of late night anyways, unless it was something really exceptional. And while it seemed entertaining, it wasn't exceptional what he was doing on that show.
Because the guests they were booking, like I said, I told you the show that it realized it for me was when they had Carol Burnett on. I was like, who is this for? 35-year-olds were born in 1980. Who is this for? Anyone who knows who Carol Burnett is has been asleep for 4 hours by now.
Trying to make a comeback.
And that's when I realized, you got too many cooks. You got the CBS producers getting their fingers in there. CBS has always kind of had the rep as the old person's network, you know, and...
Well, I think we saw more disappointments like that when it comes to movies. And certainly now you've got these huge budget movies that all this shit is resting on, introduce audiences to whole new characters and universes.
It wasn't Batman vs. Superman was turd.
Right. And so you get all this build up to this movie's going to be amazing, and when it's anything less than amazing, you get a severe backlash.
And I've learned with Suicide Squad, it depends on who you ask.
Batman vs. Superman was very visually stunning movie in many parts, and managed to actually captivate me in some parts, but the fucking eye rollers and forehead slappers that were just constant in that movie kind of took you out of the moment. Suicide Squad, way more fun, much more fun movie.
It was fun.
No less stunning on the visuals, I think.
Story was horrible.
As much as people talk about Zack Snyder as this auteur when it comes to his vision on film, I think David Ayer is right up there with him. And, it suffered from, same lack of character motivation and depth and plot holes as Superman versus Batman was.
Right.
But you have, I don't want to say, I think that the actors involved in the Superman v. Batman are all rather exceptional. I've all seen them do good work in other things.
Yeah.
I don't think this was the highlight of anyone's acting career in that movie.
Everyone took away from that movie was the Batman character. Everybody loved that.
Right.
Batfleck.
That's why he's getting his own movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because you didn't have as much invested in the characters, as major. You're talking about the holy trinity of DC.
Right.
You got Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. There's not a lot of flexibility, although they really did push the boundaries with those characters. They have been pushing the boundaries with Superman snapping necks and Batman shooting guns.
Yeah.
But with Suicide Squad, they had a lot more freedom to work with. Not only were some of these characters completely unknown, a character like Harley Quinn is a lot more flexible as a character. You can do different aspects of her. I guess Batman, we see a lot of different aspects of him, but when it comes to the film, it's only one is going to reign supreme these days, and that's grim and gritty.
I don't really care for the way they put a take on the Joker, though. That whole thing with Jared Leto, that just kind of soured me on the whole Joker character.
I understand the concept. I thought the design could have been done better. I wasn't completely opposed to it as a concept in a way to modernize the Joker, but it also does seem rather dated in the way that, mutilating your body with tattoos and grills and shit like that is something that's so edgy and extreme that only criminals do this when
so edgy
we now
and
live
extreme
in
that everybody does it.
Right.
There's people that have face tattoos now.
I'm so edgy. I have all these tattoos like everyone else.
Right. It doesn't mean because you have a tattoo on your face even that you're involved in gang.
Right.
Look at me. I've taken myself out of most of the job pool.
Right.
Most of them create their own job, though.
And apparently I'm the only cisgendered white male who enjoyed the Ghostbusters reboot.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Or one of the only people in general.
Oh, no, there was a lot of women.
It was fun.
I still haven't seen it.
I mean,
I haven't either.
And looking back on it a few months later, I think it's just full of member berries. I think that's why I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would have to say that what would be my favorite movie-going experience of this last year if I had to?
Rogue One. That's the best movie I've seen this year.
It's kind of, I don't know. If Doctor Strange was just a little bit stronger in its plot, it would be no contest. But it is I'm really having a tough time deciding between Doctor Strange and Rogue One. And maybe it's because those are the last two movies that I saw.
See, I'm a Civil War fan, so
I love Civil War.
Yeah, that's the movie.
As far as in the theater this year, I saw Rogue One and Bad Santa 2. That's it. And Bad Santa 2 is exactly what it was.
Rogue One and Bad Santa
supposed
2.
to be.
And then he saw...
But I was by myself with Rogue One, just like yelling at the screen. Like when Darth Vader shut the door behind all those stormtroopers. I'd shout out in the movie theater, I'm like, you're fucking done. And then they were.
This is a big record-breaking movie for... Well, I mean, the cost of movies continues to go up. So you're always going to get another top-grossing movie each year, it seems like. But the big movies... This is the top-grossing movies of 2016. Finding Dory. Did not see it. Still haven't watched the original. Finding Nemo.
I've seen that one, but not Dory.
Captain America: Civil War.
The ages your kids are, you escaped.
I just missed
that
it.
Bullet.
Yeah, right. I just missed it. Secret Life of Pets, I did see with my kids and actually super enjoyed.
I didn't see that one.
Not as much as Zootopia, but very good. Jungle Book was really good as well. Very fun movie. Deadpool is number 5. Very great. Fun. Another one that I have let my kids watch, with the caveat, before you admonish me for being a horrible parent, that I made a highly edited version.
The unconscious pool version, as you called it.
Yes, the unconscious pool.
I think you should release that version.
Maybe I will, yeah.
There's one of the podcasts this year we listened to a sample of it. You put like chickens.
Yeah.
Chicken, like barnyard sound effects.
Right.
And I believe you said you took out the pegging scene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That whole year of their relationship that involves sex is like, that's got to go.
Just a blur.
Zootopia is number 6. That was really good, actually, too. This is a good year for animated movies overall. So you got very mixed results for your sci-fi and your superhero genres, and fantastic results for animation. Number 7, Batman v Superman. Number 8, Suicide Squad. Number 9, Rogue One. Number 10, Doctor Strange. Number 11, Fantastic Beasts. Wow. Number 12 was actually episode 8 that came out the previous year.
I was going to say, how about,
still making
how about, at this point, Rogue One hasn't even been out for 3 weeks, and it's number 9.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For the year.
And this time last year, episode 8 came out, and at the beginning of this year made almost $200 million.
Wow.
Moana, Revenant, Jason Bourne, blah, 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 blah. Wow. X-Men Apocalypse down there at 17.
It even registered?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
How many? They're ranking all these movies. 791. Oh, wow. This is a full ranking.
So what? we got to know what's at the bottom.
A movie called Satanic from Magnolia Pictures, horror genre, rated R, grossed $252.
Wow.
Dollars.
Was that a private screening?
Yeah, that's got to be someone's like passion project that they maxed out all their credit cards for or something.
There's so many, like an H.R. Geiger documentary that made $542.
They sold it on Blu-ray.
Oh man, that's sad. Yet another
What's the biggest movie at the bottom of that list that we've heard of?
I don't know, because they don't. I wish they gave a budget too. That would be cool. Officer Down is based on a comic book about an officer whose actual name is Down, and it's like this over-the-top kind of Judge Dredd comic booky.
He's a goose.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That made $850. That's a. Of course, these are box office. A lot of these things go to video. They're going to make more than this on video. Yeah, but I'm trying to see like what would be. I guess we'd want to find the lowest grossing movie that we've actually heard of, and that might take a while because these movies are making $4,000 still in this list. We Are Twisted Fucking Sister made $8,000 in the theaters.
I mean, I've heard of that one.
Yeah, but again, like this is who wants to go see a documentary in the theaters now?
This I don't know anybody who would do that.
I know, right?
This is making way more money online, or they're going to sell this to Netflix and make $1 million. Like, you can't just base movie success off of the box office anymore.
No, it needs to. It should be based on how many eyeballs see it collectively.
Yeah, but how do you judge that even now? Because you don't have to go to the theater to see it with your eyeballs.
Yeah, but you get streaming statistics.
Oh, I know, but I'm looking at a list of by the numbers top grossing movies. This is in the theaters. This is not.
Well, the movie industry and TV industry need to, 2016, if not 2016, 2017 needs to be a come to Jesus year for them, and they need to figure out new metrics, new ways to measure their business, because their industry's changing and they kind of don't want to realize it. I read articles about how Netflix is paying to get people out of their contracts to get people to come work for them. Like, you work for NBC? We want you to come work for Netflix, but I'm in a contract. All right, what's it going to cost? Yeah, we'll pay them off.
Well, Independence Day made, I'm sure even making $100 million for Independence Day, that barely covers your loss, I would think.
But that's crazy they made that much.
Yeah, did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a piece of shit.
The kids watched the Angry Birds movie the other day. That made $100 million. That was a piece of shit.
What did Sausage Party make?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because that movie...
here it is, number 28.
Wow.
Made $97 million.
Wow.
Bet you that's not bad for a...
I want to know how many of those people that saw
half-assed
it
animation
got fucking duped.
Demanded their money back.
Well, it was rated R. It wasn't like hey, it's a kid's movie. It was rated R.
Right.
Let's see. The Ninja Turtles movie made it over 80,000. Purge made over almost 80,000.
Jesus. That movie made over 80,000.
I mean, I don't know. It's all relative.
Right.
Like Tyler Perry's Boo, a Medea Halloween, came in at number 41, only made $73 million. He probably made that for $5 million.
Right.
And he's pocketing most of that profit.
Oh, hell yeah. Why not?
Storks, what a horrible fucking film. Let's see. See, I have to go the other way and work my way down the list until I stop recognizing movies. The BFG made $55 million. Well, Gods of Egypt made $31 million. That was probably a big loss. Ben-Hur remake made $26 million.
Didn't another Mummy movie come out with Tom Cruise?
It is coming out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bad Santa made $17 million. That's probably a success for them.
Oh, for sure. That was probably not a very large budget to shoot that either.
No.
You know, the 21-year-old Thurman Merman's commanding a high salary.
Yeah, or Kathy Bates. Yeah.
You know, she's got an Oscar.
Right.
This can't be right.
Kathy Bates doesn't roll out of bed for less than $10 million.
That's what she says.
No. Mockingjay Part 2 came out like end of last year. That's why it only made $7 million this year.
Oh.
I don't know. This is too dense of a list to deconstruct here. I don't know. Animated Killing Joke made $3.
Wait, doesn't
almost
Billy
$4
Bob
million.
have an Oscar too?
Yeah, he got one for Sling Blade. Yeah.
So yeah, 2 Oscar winners in that movie. Bet you they spent the most budget in that movie was probably spent to pay those 2.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
All right.
It's for the talent, especially.
Thurman Merman's probably getting scale.
What scale?
Yeah, make a movie every fucking 12 years.
Thurman Merman?
Yeah, the kid from Bad Santa.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. The kid.
I can only name 2 movies he's ever been in, and they both start with Bad Santa. Nice. That guy's probably getting scale.
He probably can live off of it, though.
Do you know what happened to my Advent calendar?
Right.
Opens it up, and there's like Advil packet.
Ketchup pack.
What the fuck is with you and sandwiches?
Yeah. Oh, let me make you a sandwich.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me right now with the sandwiches?
Yeah. A wooden pickle. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little blood on it.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Up in
great.
heaven with Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and the talking walnut. They never explained that talking walnut shit.
I want to know what the talking walnut was.
I know, right? Is that like a scrotum sack or something?
Maybe.
If you enjoy this show and want more people to know about it, head on over to iTunes, leave a comment, and rate it 5 stars. Make sure you like and share us on Facebook, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Just search for Christopher Media. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Most importantly, we would like to take the time to extend an extra special thanks to you. Christopher Media could not exist without your support. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Christopher Media. Let's make some noise.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name your price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name your price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.